let's try to understand what exactly and how exactly we can install Python. So for Python, just go to any uh, browser and try to type there. Is that visible? Is that visible now?
Sir, it's visible.
Okay, so try to type here the link of Python website, that is python.org, right? Python.org. So you'll see this website here. Like the way I'm telling you, please try to repeat this only. Don't install or confuse while installing the right version of the software. Okay, so here this will be the website. This will be the primary home page of the website of Python. However, there are number of installers. I'm not going with the online study, right? I'm not going with the online platform for writing the programs. So just go on original development environment of Python, right? So click on download. So we are talking about the IDs for Python, right? So the IDs means integrated development environment, the editor where you can write the program. Okay, so for Python, we have two versions of Python, Python 2 and Python 3. Python 2 is obsolete, and many less people are working in Python 2, and even Python itself has told people that the improvements in Python 2 has been stopped. So no such new library will be improved, will be coming in future. So we should not go with Python 2. And for Python 3 we have got couple of versions like 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8. In 3.8 also we have got 3.8.5. So we should not download it. Now let's go down and here looking for the specific release. So see, in this way we have to search out for the right platform, or search out for the right version, right? So I'll recommend you to start with Python 3.6.5. This is somewhat the older version, released in March 28, 28, yeah. So March 28 into 2018, right? So it's an older version. Why I'm saying so to install this? Because you can use 3.6.5, you can use 3.6.7 also, it does not matter, but please try to use the newer version or higher version of 3.6.5 including this. So until 3.6 point only, I mean you should not go for 3.7, 3.8 please, because newer versions will require new updations of library, all the libraries, right? And there are millions of libraries. That's why Python is too big to compete with other languages. Nobody is even in a race of competing. There are two languages which are equally important in the world right now, and those are Python and JavaScript, right? Even Java is somewhere lagging nowadays, right? So you please install this 3.6.5, right? If you'll click on here, just go down according to your system requirement. If your system is 64-bit, please try to install 64-bit only, because there could be a problem to deal with some library for face recognition, right? So please try to deal with 64-bit of system only. And here we have got couple of 64 like this files. So x86 and 64 is called as 64-bit of operating system, and x86 is called as 32-bit operating system. Okay, so we need to install this. If for Windows user, for Mac you can install this particular thing, right? Directly click on this. If you'll click on this, it will be start downloading. After downloading this, what you need to do is you need to just simply click on next, that's it, right? It will be easily installed. You need not to worry about it. Okay, after installation, what will happen, you'll get this IDLE. You'll get this IDLE, right? IDLE is Python scripting cell. IDLE is called as integrated development logical environment developed by Python itself, right? So the version that I'm using is 3.6.3 even. So you can use any version of 3.6 since 1 till last. Okay, right? So this will be the environment where you can type any particular statement directly, and these statements are called as keywords. So Python is not a structural language like C we had. In C language we had to import the libraries, include the libraries, right? Here we need not to include libraries, we directly work with the keywords, right? And here we have specific syntax also. So what type of syntax do we need to use? What will be the exact syntax? I'll tell you tomorrow. But let me try to type one of the command. Hello world. This is your first command that we can type. So whatever you type here will be executed immediately. So if you'll type A is equal to 10, B is equal to 3, C is equal to A by B, right? So everything is executing line by line. And if I need to access or I want to see the output of C, so enter C, and then you'll be getting the value of this particular C. If you'll type D is equal to C into 3, see what will get 10, right? So we have got 10 back. However, it is not possible in C. In all structural languages, it is not possible. So Python is quite advanced, quite accurate with respect to data analysis. That's why people are using Python for accuracy purpose. You cannot use C directly or C++ directly for data analysis, because as per the compiler or as per the memorization of your information, you will not be getting the same amount of accuracy like we have got here. So what happened? 3.33333 multiplied by 3, it should be 9.9999, but Python took 5 in the last, and that is because the smart algorithm that Python uses at the back side. So we have got 10 back. If you'll use C program, it will not be coming back, right? You need to take care of couple of things. However, you can design logics, but here those logics are already implemented, right? So whatever analysis with respect to mathematical portion and data, a huge quantity of data is required, then we'll be going with R or Python. Okay, these are the open source programming languages available in the world, and both are competing to each other for data analysis domain. Okay, so next we'll be discussing about the syntax. Next we'll be discussing about the couple of topics like how to write program, how to execute a program. This was not a program, this was the keyword only. And then we'll talk about data types in Python. We'll talk about loops or conditional statements, the basic thing, functions, libraries, and then we'll jump on to write the algorithms. We'll import couple of libraries. I'll tell you how to import libraries, how to design your own library also, and then we'll check how to install the required library for machine learning and data visualization. Then we'll work on those those libraries. We'll work on data visualization, we'll work on data formation, mining, filtration, everything. We'll manipulate a huge amount of data, and then we'll work on camera. We'll record couple of images to recognize whether it's your image or your friend's image. We'll try to design one of the project in the end for face recognition system, right? This will be live. So in between this also, with respect to machine learning algorithms, we'll be going with the practical implementation, and we'll design some of the projects as well on data sets which we have available and which we can download later on. So like nowadays corona situation is going on, so with respect to corona, can we have data sets of corona where we can get it? What is the validity of data? Which particular algorithm should be used? What exactly do we need to ensure or get the insights about the corona data sets, and where exactly we can have the live visualizations for the people also of the world, right? So all such things will be discussed. So tomorrow we'll be completing this related to Python and related to the basic programming of Python, and then we'll go ahead with the libraries and data capturing, data manipulations, and then we'll go ahead with the machine learning algorithms. We'll understand those algorithms day after tomorrow. Then on fourth day we'll be discussing about OpenCV. OpenCV will help us to deal with the visual data, the data which will be related to camera. Whatever image will be captured from the camera will be analyzed with this particular library. And once we'll be understanding all these things, we'll be writing the code for this. On the fifth day we'll be able to deal with the face recognition system at the end. Okay, so this is the journey that we're going to follow up. And if you have some questions, today I'm going to end this session now. I had to complete it by 4. It's little over now, so I'll just try to complete the session today, and tomorrow we'll come on time and we'll go ahead with the practical implementation. If you have questions, please ask. Thank you so much.